Amen, amen. Wish death on me. Hey, listen, I'm gonna start this stream off like I had to start all the rest of the streams off. YouTube, this right here was what you call a cigar. I do not promote cigars. I just smoke them during my smoke break, and this is my smoke break that I share with my audience that you so graciously every now and then allow maybe 200 to 250 people to join me during my smoke breaks. I don't promote tobacco. This is not a promotion. This is a grown man smoking his cigar while he's in the car taking a break. But you got a problem on your hands, YouTube. You bothering me about smoking cigars and letting people flag. By the way, as you go and they flag this video, I demand that you go back and find who flagged all the other videos. Check, go back and look at the channels, compare the number of times they flagged it based on saying it was had to do with tobacco, and then check those accounts. I want this on a record, so when I talk to my YouTube people, I said it. Check those accounts and see what they're attached to, and then take down the bigger channels that's associated with them. But nonetheless, y'all got a problem on your hands. You got a problem on your hands. You got a disaster on your hands, YouTube. And you around here worrying about me smoking a cigar in a car? You got a disaster on your hands right now. What's up, brother? How you feeling? I mean, you got a full-on disaster on your hands. Your biggest channel is going through the biggest controversy there is about child diddling, alleged child diddling. You want to bother me about smoking a cigar? You need to be focusing on mitigating that issue that makes you, as that partner, that makes you probably 30% of your revenue. Stop worrying about little old me. Or you can decide that you're going to let some people through the algorithm so you can have some partners that don't do things like that. But that's your decision at the end of the day. But I think it's absolutely amazing that those kind of things are even allowed to happen on your platform. You know what I'm saying? And since everybody keep on hitting me up, I want to make sure I get this because y'all do like a manual review. So manually listen to what I'm saying to you. That's terrible. Please deal with that. That represents all of us as content creators. And we're all in partnership with you, and you are the majority partner. So my majority partner is messing up. Big time. I need y'all to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, a lot of stuff went down. So everybody was asking me yesterday about, the Secret Service head and bada bing, bada boom. And I hadn't taken time to actually look at her. I looked at her, but I didn't watch what was being said. So last night, I'm sitting there watching, you know what I'm saying? Watching and reviewing over all the exchanges, what's being said, bada bing, bada boom. I'm looking at the lady. And I don't know how many of y'all really look people in the eyes, like really look in the eyes to see what's there. But I'm telling you, look in them people's eyes and see what's there. I'm looking, she dies. And you see the burden in her eyes. Then I see the body language. And they had the lady up there for like, I don't know, 12 hours, which was some serious intestinal fortitude, only for her when she got down from being up there for her to resign. And so here's the thing that the conclusion I came to. That lady was a patsy, like a middle person to take the blame. Whoever did all that came from above her. And you could literally see it in her body language. Think about it. Who wants to sit there and get grilled like that? You could have chose to resign, right? And just like, look, man, it's messed up. I'm resigning. I'm not going through none of this. No. They said, no, you're going to go out there. You're going to sit there and have them people ask you questions. Then you're going to resign. I ain't talking about the people that was on the panel. This the real power told her, no. You're going to go out here and you're going to testify. When you get through testifying, you're going to resign. You're going to take this fall. You got to take this fall. So she took the fall. But I'm looking at her. And, there's moments where she would crack and her face would like, and you can tell she was like they would hit a button and she would try and turn it off. Hit a button, she would turn it off. But see, if you go back and look at her reaction versus some of the other people like Cabe and Strzok when they were before Congress, So you're gonna see the difference between pure and unadulterated evil and somebody who was a tool. If you do a side-by-side comparison, you'll see it. You'll see somebody who was like, damn, I can't believe I got myself in this situation. That's what was going through her head. This situation I'm in is messed up. And I'm afraid of these people up here. I'm afraid of the people. No. Go back and look at the other dudes, Cave and Struck and all those dudes, and look in their eyes and tell me what you see. You gonna see two completely different things. Two completely different things. I mean, literally two completely different things. So, YouTube, another thing I want to address with you, YouTube. Now, it's always a person who does it. Turn on my cigar face. I know y'all don't like when people tell the truth, but here's the problem I got with you. Because I know somebody going to flag this because I'm smoking. Please flag this like y'all normally do. Y'all told me y'all wanted diversity, equity, and inclusion. And y'all brought me into all y'all groups, right? YouTube creator James, be in our group. Come do a speech. Okay. YouTube Shorts creator James, come be in our group. Okay. You said you wanted diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, does the diversity, equity, and inclusion only count when somebody says what you want them to say, or when they're in agreement with what you want them, what you think they should say? Because if that's the case, then what you're telling me is by literally scrubbing the words coming out of my mouth and making it go staticky, which it don't never do that. What you saying is you racist. I mean, the true racism, not the racism that people be like, he said something negative about me. No, you saying you racist because I'm not your type of black person. I don't say what you want me to say. So diversity, equity, inclusion goes out the window because he's not one of us. Is that what you saying to me, you two? I'm trying to say, they not like us. They not like us. Doom, 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 doom. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Is that what you're telling me? I just want clarification. And I demand clarification on this as it pertains to this channel. You can't put out a diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative and say we want to include the blacks, but only the blacks that agree with what we say. Because then you're saying all the blacks got to talk the same, think the same. Maybe you believe that. If you believe that, then man, there's something wrong with you. I mean, you think all the Asians got to think and believe the same? Is that what we saying? This is a cigar, YouTube. I don't promote cigars. I smoke them. And it ain't just for the show. I do this all the time. Anyway. So, I'm telling you, Shorty Cheadle, who resigned today, man, I don't feel sorry for the lady, to be clear with you, because she knew what the hell was going on. It's obvious she knew what the hell was going on when you start seeing her dodging questions, and she did a good job dodging questions. For that extended period of time, to be under that level of scrutiny, I mean, is amazing. But I'm going to tell you what else was insightful. You know what I'm saying? What was super insightful was, if you go back and you look at the people who were in the background behind her that were wearing the Secret Service pins, just go look at their facial expressions. Just turn the volume off. Don't listen to nothing nobody's saying. Guys, can we hit the like button? Because that's making me believe we got like 100-something haters in here. 113 haters. That don't make no sense. Do I have 113 haters? Do I have 113 haters? Have I reached that point to where I got 113 haters? All you got to do is hit the screen twice. Do like that. So, when you look at the people in the background behind it, that's kind of like sitting there in solidarity, you look at that steely-eyed look on their face. What I saw was the dudes who really was Secret Service. I mean, them dudes was, they sitting there like this. Just dead eyeballs, just sitting there staring. Somebody speak, they'll look. And can you imagine for a moment how they feel? I mean, think about it. Somebody who was a tier one operator that joined the Secret Service to defend the nation. Them dudes is the real deal. I'm sorry to tell you, I know quite a few of them. Them dudes is the real deal. And the agency has been blemished by a decision. We're going to call it a decision. And then I got to sit up here with you. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing men saying, the agency has been blemished by this decision. I got to sit here with you with this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Go back and look. See if I'm lying to you. Go look. Steel in the eyes. I'm talking about steel. You know what I'm saying? Steel in the eyes. Now, yesterday, guys, I want to apologize. For some strange reason, the video about the green people in the supply chain, when I dropped it, I dropped the wrong one. I dropped the video that I spliced some of the stuff out of. I don't know how that happened. Honestly, frankly, I don't know how it happened. It don't make no sense. It's almost like it didn't even render the right thing. So I'm going to be dropping that. And I think it's important that you guys understand what the green people want to do with the supply chain. And I'm going to like breaking down a little bit of it for you. So what you saw with the recent CrowdStrike outage, which I think is crazy because, you know, YouTube didn't go down from the CrowdStrike outage. They knew something. Clearly, Google knew something. They got their own stuff. Was you saw what happens when a supply chain gets condensed down to where there's one corporation in control of a supply chain. You know what I'm saying? The video was released, but it was the actual wrong video. So I literally removed the video. But what you saw with CrowdStrike, and you still see it, the ramifications of it, is you see a streamlined supply chain for security services and cybersecurity services. And you saw a break in that streamlined chain. And you saw how that breaking of that chain just broke everything that was associated with it. So when you see people coming out and they're talking about the supply chain and how we need to streamline and we need to automate, we need to use AI with the supply chain, then you understand that any break in that chain, the best way to explain it is the supply chain should be a rope, right? With all these strands that make a strong rope. But when you unravel all those strands, and all those strands are different providers of services, right? So they make up this strand of rope. But when you unravel the strand and consolidate it down to one thin rope, which is what they plan on doing, and it's broken, it breaks everything. But they want to consolidate it down to one or two strands of rope because that way there's more control over the supply chain. And so on-demand supply chain example of it is what Amazon truly is an on-demand supply chain. You got a central warehouse. You got a certain amount of products and services or products in that warehouse based on an algorithm that tells you, okay, this is what we anticipate the demand being. And then, you order, and if you're in the right area, you get it the same day. That's called a streamlined supply chain. Now, where it affects corporations is there's limited inventory and it's more profitable because you're not, for example, let's say me and, let me pick a name. Lori Yanes, right there. Let's say me and Lori own a refrigerator store, a standard appliance store, and we got a big box store. You come in, me and Lori got inventory we got about 5 refrigerators on the floor, different models, but back there we got 10 of each. We had to invest in those 10. Let's make it bigger, 20 of each. We had to invest in those 20 refrigerators at a wholesale cost. And from there, we had to turn around. Now we're hoping that they sell because we're a box store. So you walk in. So when somebody come in the door, we all over you because we got this inventory we got to move. Well, when you streamline it, no. Ain't no 20 back there. Guess what? We bought 10 of each, or we bought 5 of each. And we use the algorithm to anticipate how fast we're going to move those 5. Right? So all we have is we got 5 refrigerators on the floor. We got 5 of each in the back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we have 25 plus 5. We have 30 refrigerators total. And we ain't buying no more refrigerators until those move. That's what ends up happening when you streamline the supply chain. So now it's streamlined to the point to where I'm not buying that inventory unless the inventory is going to move. It don't sound like a big threat in the context of that. But okay, let's apply it to everything else, to food. Let's apply it to every other aspect of your life. And now you see where it becomes dangerous. And the perfect example is what happened with CrowdStrike just recently. So when the lizard people meet and they sit there and say, we're talking about corporate governance and we're trying to figure out, how regulations affect, and they talk this, it's like this lofty, inflated, arrogant talk because they're speaking a language that they understand. They're talking in code. It's kind of like street slang, but it's their globalist talk. But it's like a slang if you really want. But once you understand what they're saying, it's like, nah, bro, y'all sitting there talking about controlling the whole supply chain, food, water, gasoline, oil, everything, and making it on demand. And when there's on demand supply chains and something breaks, all parts of the chain suffer, which is why we need to make stuff here in America. Point blank, period. You cannot be getting your supply chain from China. Everything can't come from China. Not based on the system that they're building. We've already seen it, whether it was shipping containers and cargo containers and there was stuff going wrong and they couldn't get supplies into California. They couldn't get supplies into Louisiana and couldn't get them in New York because of the virus that we went through. So you've seen what happens with that supply chain when there's a break in the supply chain. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And that's what that whole movement is. Globalization is complete and total control over the supply chain. And the thing that kills me is it's a direct threat to every corporation. Corporations are people, by the way, if you don't know that. So, for example, the one that owns this, Alphabet. Alphabet is a real living person. Alphabet files taxes. Alphabet has a social security number. Alphabet is a real person. It's a threat to this person that I'm using. So you're talking about what threatens them, which is insane to me because it's a direct threat to them. How is it a direct to them? What are you talking about? Okay, let's say all the power go out because of the same streamlined security across the power grid. Guess who lose billions of dollars in revenue overnight? You, Alphabet. Because ain't nobody worrying about turning on the damn internet. They worrying about how they're going to feed their families. Same thing. The internet itself. When the internet went out all over the place, guess who lost billions of dollars of revenue? You. You too? Alphabet. And see, that's the biggest farce of these globalists. The biggest farce is they make other corporations, individuals who are corporations, entities that are corporations, they make them believe that you part of the team. Y'all ain't a part of nothing. And they do what they do, you're going to get whopped too. And the evidence is everywhere. The evidence is everywhere. But there's censorship protecting them, but you only hurting your damn self. That's what I don't get about it. It just boggles my mind that people that intelligent can't see through the fog. So all the people, for example, the people who do this manual review, you lose your job. You lose your job. Your job ceases to exist if there's a failure on the power grid. There's a failure or attack on the internet. Your job ceases to exist. You are no different than me. You're no different than anybody else. But within that bubble, it's like, and you see it on the stages when they're talking to people. There's people there. Remember we did Urinal Havari, right? and he was talking the most reckless stuff, and people were clapping, clap, clap, yay. Nah, dog. You in the same boat I'm in. Now, they ain't got you believing you ain't in the same boat because you got a little bit of inside information. Now, and I'll be honest with you. That's the problem with being, that's the misconception. Proximity to power does not equal power. So you have these people in the room at a TED Talk, and they got proximity to power. But they equate that to being powerful themselves. Proximity to power does not equal power. Power only equals power. That proximity to power is a lie. But when you can tell everybody that proximity to power is power, they will do anything. How do I know? Know how? I've been there. Proximity to power is not power. That's the greatest lie. And that's how all these systems work. It's an approximation towards power that makes people believe that they have real power. Because it's within your reach, it's within your grasp. You got to remember something. I want y'all to remember this. People are fickle. It's human nature. You know what I'm saying? Every people are fickle. And so the person today that's your access to power tomorrow could just like you. And it's really chunking it down to the lowest level, but that same lower level applies to every actual level of human interaction. Because at the end of the day, it's all human interactions. Until they completely roll out AI to where it's everything. When they get to the point where AI is everything, then you remove all human interaction, then power is just power. And control of that is power. And that's what it boils down to, man. You dig? I enjoy my little cigar breaks talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good peoples, cool people. Get a few trolls in here. I don't really, frankly, I don't care. That was one of the things the Lord told me the other day. He said, son, I said, yep, pops. He said, nah, you're getting elevated again, son. I said, I see it. He said, nah, I need you to understand something, son. People gonna have a lot of opinions of you. But the only opinion that matters is what I think of you. I said, well, thanks, pops. And it's true. I'm more concerned about what God think about me than anybody else. That's my priority. As long as he think I'm good, man, I'm happy camper. The minute he said, hey, bro, tap me, I said, dog, you out here wilding. I'm disappointed in you. My heart is broken. And that's advice for all of y'all. Want to be free? Worry about what he think and how he see you. But he the one that count. Real talk. He is the lifter of men. And if you want to be successful at something, work with him, homie. In the beginning, God. Think about it. When you look outside, like when I look at the clouds and I see the rain in the clouds, those bottles of water, and literally, it's literally a floating bottle of water is what a cloud is. When you fly through it, you can put your hand out and you feel the moisture. It's literally a floating bottle of water. It ain't never break. Now, people, no matter what men do to try and control it, do this, it still work as function. They can only redirect it. And let you know that whatever he created still works to this day. And so if you want to work, you want something, you doing the work, you need to partner with him because what he create works. So if you started with him, it's going to work. If you started without him, baby, expect it not to work. Or expect it to have an expiration date on at least, you get to a point and it breaks. But if you're working with him, baby, you can expect it not to fail. You did? No, if you're working with him and you're vocal about it, expect to be attacked. I mean, that's just part of the game. Jesus promised us that. And that promise for me has been fulfilled. I get attacked all the time, but I'm just thank you because I really don't care no more. That's one of the greatest gifts I got. I frankly don't care. So, I got work to do because I'm pressing towards a goal. I'm going to tell y'all something else I learned too. Normally, this is the kind of stuff I would say in the men's Bible study. Um, and I remember I learned this a couple of years ago, but I didn't fully grasp it. When you, as an individual, are successful as a husband, as a wife, as a business person, as a teacher, as a parent, as a in life in general, then you bring glory to God. And so he expects you to be the best. Point blank period. Whatever you're in, his expectation of you is to bear fruit and be the best so he can get his glory. And so many people don't bear fruit that it's a problem. Because that's how he get his glory, by you bearing fruit. So whoever you is, and you in the business and you doing something, I don't care if it's YouTube, I don't care if you're a car salesman, I don't care if you sell fruit on the side of the road. Your objective is to be the best. Point blank period. But not the best for self-grandization, like to be, oh, I'm grand and I'm to be prideful. Yeah, I'm the best there is. Yeah. You know me, I went to Harvard and I have a Harvard degree and I'm the best engineer there is and I'm the best financial manager. No, not that. Be the best and then say why you're the best, because he helped you and he made you the best. That's a hack and a secret of the kingdom of God. If you want to be successful, focus on being the best. And don't be ashamed of being the best, because that's his expectation of you. You understand? It's his expectation of you to be top dog, the best. The head, not the tail, is how I said in the Bible. I'm just going to say it my way. It's his expectation of you to be the top dog. That way, the testimony of Jesus Christ is not a lie to the world. I remember being a younger man, smoking cigars in the room with businessmen and pastors and this and this. When I was down, I was out there. Like, and I ain't going out off the porch. And I remember looking men in the eyes and saying, man, I'm looking at y'all and you say you with God, but you losing. And it was that looking at what they was doing that really threw me off. Then later I had to repent, because the Lord said, now, son, I gave you certain gifts that I didn't give that man. And you just destroyed that man's confidence with your words. And some of those men I had to literally call and encourage them later, because my words literally destroyed them because of the weight of the personality that I had and the influence that I had. And I had to call and apologize. Yo, man, I'm really sorry, dog, that I told you that. Man, Jay, I don't remember that. Nah, I remember it, homie. And I apologize. Do you forgive me? Yeah, bro, I forgive you. Cool. Hey, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, boom, boom, boom. This is how you do this. Damn, I never thought about that. Yeah. This is how you handle that. The next person. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, I remember you said that to me. You know what I'm saying? That was painful. I apologize, man. Will you forgive me? Yeah, man, I forgive you for the simple fact that you called and told me. All right, bro, what you doing? Well, I'm trying to do this. Boom, 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 boom. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is how you do this. Damn, that's how that go. Yep, boom. And so, having that understanding that he expects you to be the best and living up to that standard to be the best, being mindful that it's not to exalt you, but to exalt him, is the key to all of y'all being successful in marriage and family and business, on your job, across the board. Across the board. And I'm giving you the gizane, real gizane, to make sure that you get where you need to get to. And just ignore the haters. You're going to always have haters. You're going to have haters. You have haters on your job. You're going to have haters everywhere. Now, when a hater becomes a threat, you got to deal with them. But you got to be able to determine what's a threat and what's not a threat. But just ignore them. Don't worry about them. Keep pressing forward, doing what you need to do. You dig? All righty. We need to go get y'all video, man. Because the video was dope. The video was absolutely dope. Fire and dope. And we need to get that to you. because I'm down bad for not handling it. I still don't know how that happened, but that's my fault. I apologize. We ain't doing that no more. We have to be a little more careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sorry. Be careful. I got to be careful what I'm doing, because that was dumb. That could have caused major problems. You dig? Money Mayweather in the building. Somebody gave me $5. Well, thank you. I don't know what "let's go Brenda" means, but somebody gave me $5. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Unless that was supposed to say "let's go Brandon" and they changed it to Brenda on you. Who is that? Jews, you are so adorable. I encourage you, Jews, to go back and listen to the video I did where I put up the text messages and then reconsider that. What you said. And see what with the words that came out of my mouth. Then I encourage you to go back and look for words that came out of my mouth since then. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, sister in Christ. I encourage you to do that. Let the truth make you free, girl, because it makes you free. Now, when you see the truth, you got to accept it now. Don't be running around rejecting the truth. Go see the truth. All right. So, man, I'm going to tell you. I told y'all yesterday about the genius maneuver that the Trump campaign did as it pertains to Kamala. I watched Stephen A. Smith come out yesterday. Stephen A. Smith is something wrong with Stephen. I'm gonna tell you, something is wrong with Stephen A. Smith, because he's struggling mentally to make the leap towards the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's struggling to make the leap towards the truth. It says, the Bible says it will make you free. Not necessarily set you free, make you free. And that's the power that truth has. Truth makes a person. You know what I'm saying? Truth is a force. And actually, truth is a spirit. But nonetheless, that's too deep. Stephen A. Smith struggles to make the leap. Because I saw him yesterday, and he's like, yeah, Donald Trump campaign is scared of Kamala. I'm like, yo, dog. Like, how could you say that? You'll have so much influence, Stephen. But you can't see that woman was losing. She didn't even win in none of the polls when she was running. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't win in none of the polls when she was running. And now it's unfortunate what's about to happen to her, guys. And I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. You see, the coalition of black women that support her, they're going to have to be confronted with the fact that she vehemently denies being black, that she says that she's Indian. Nothing wrong with her saying she's Indian. There's nothing wrong with what she is. But they're going to have to be confronted with the truth. Because that's the truth. You can go find shows where she's on cooking shows where they say, and it's an Indian cooking show and they're cooking Indian food, and they say, hey, we're proud of you because you're an Indian woman. Yeah, I'm Indian. And so they're going to be confronted with that truth. And that's the one thing that nobody understands what's going on. The truth is being revealed in everything. People call it the Great Awakening. All it is the truth being revealed. You know what I'm saying? So truth is not going to be hidden anymore. That's why I was telling homegirl she need to go see the truth. So truth is not being hidden. And if you actually look at the events that happened from 2019 to now, in 2024, you can pinpoint the moment when truth started, when the spirit of truth hit and everything started opening up. And it started with what happened back then. But people started seeing the truth. And it was like, whoa, 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 Nelly, what's going on out here in these streets? So you mean tell me that was a lie? And everybody's like, hold on, bro, that's a lie? And people start seeing it. And so what you see right now is the battle of truth versus lies. And I'm sorry, truth always defeats the lie. It's just that the lie moves so fast and so quick that it's like a rocket ship. Pew, the lie goes. And then what ends up happening is the truth is just coming behind, taking its time because it knew it has the power, it's just lagging along. And that rocket ship is going all around the world. Pew, 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 pew. And the truth just taking its time. Like you know how they have those street sweepers that like the truck that drives up the highway and it has the big brushes on the bottom of it and it goes slow, it's like because it's thorough. So truth takes its time, but it's thorough. And it's going up, sweeping up the lies, getting all the lies over and over and over again. And then boom, it's done. And that's the truth, what's just going on. All over the face. It's taking its time, moving along, cleaning up the lies. And I'm interested in seeing how it play out. But I'll tell you this, how does that work in your life? It's real simple. We all make the mistake of coming in agreement with lies in some way, shape, or form. Some of us just lie, which is you come in agreement with lying. And so a lot of times in your life, things will go wrong because it's that same street sweeper coming through your life. You're like, man, why all this stuff going on? You don't know that street sweeper's gunning you down. It's been moving slow, and you standing still and it's right behind you. You're like, man, all this stuff is going on. What's going on? What the hell? Just that street sweeper of truth. That spirit of truth coming up behind you saying, hey, knock, 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 knock. What are you out here in these streets doing? You need to get it together. And that's how it works. On a larger level and on a small level. You dig? You smell me? That's how it works. That is how it works. Was Kong in here? Money Mayweather here. Money. No, he not here. I need to call him. Somebody said the worst lies are to yourself. Oh, yeah. That's the worst lies you can ever tell. The worst is the lies people tell themselves in order to... The worst is the lies people tell themselves because they're not satisfied with what they see in the mirror. And all you're doing is you telling God that what he created is not good enough, so you got to make up this narrative around you because he didn't make something good enough. And what's even worse is people who lie because they think it's going to get them somewhere. And God will take you wherever you want to go as long as you know the rules and laws of his kingdom. So if you've been lying to yourself, just stop it. You know what I'm saying? People lie to themselves. I'm not overweight. Nah, you overweight. I'm healthy. Nah, you ain't healthy. I'm smart. No, you don't have no results in your life that show that you're smart. When I look around your life, I see shambles. There's nothing here that shows intelligence whatsoever. There's no results to show any of the things you say. My marriage is great. No, it ain't. You and your wife sleep. You sleep on the sofa, your wife sleep in the bed. That's not a great marriage. And that's just that truth. The truth of God just chasing you. Hey, you need to get this together. You there? You smell me? YouTube. Before I go inside, I want to remind you, YouTube, this is called a cigar, but I am not promoting cigars. I'm merely smoking it because that's what I do. And by the simple fact that I do it quite often lets you know that I'm not promoting it. I'm just so happen to be smoking it because this is what I do. I've been a long-term cigar smoker. So, My expectation of you, YouTube, is not to be letting people flag me talking about I'm promoting something that I don't promote. That's a lie. You did? Stop coming and agreeing with them people's lies. Stop it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, boys and girls, dogs and cats, because some of y'all got dogs and cats in the room. Hello, dogs. Hello, cats. It's time for me to go. 42 minutes. 42 minutes, man. 42 minutes. Peace out.